Hey you guys, Ashura here, and a happy new year to all of you guys out there. And to start off the 2017, I'd like to present to you five characters who I believe will play a major role in what is left of the Whole Cake Island arc. Now these characters may be insignificant, but they have something which makes me feel that they will play a big role in the days to come. And furthermore, these characters don't really have anything to do with the Big Mom or with the Straw Hats or with Smokes. So let me start this video. At number 5, we have the long limbed human, the griffin, and the centaur, who are currently prisoners in the collection of unique creatures book of Big Mom. Now, we really don't know anything about these creatures, so it is going to be hard for me to speculate as to what these guys' roles will exactly be. But having said that, I do believe that they will make an important uh, part of the story. Now, why do I believe so? Well, this is because their images were not shown. Unlike the manticore or the unicorn, these guys were specifically mentioned by Big Mom. And by the looks of it, these guys are something really important to the story. Otherwise, Oda wouldn't take time out or precious panels to actually mention these guys if they're not important to the story. So I believe these guys will make a lot of impact. Now I can't really say much about the long limb human or the griffin, but about the centaur from Punk Hazard, I could speculate a little more because we have already seen the Punk Hazard arc. So this could be a character we have already seen, such as Brownbeard or Monet, or it could be somebody else. Now, there's a popular theory by Joy Boy who has actually said as to why it is Monet. So I don't really want to dwell in it. So you guys can look into it. But a small gist of it is that Monet could easily be recognized as a centaur because she has the legs of a bird and legs and hands of a bird. Even though she is a harpy, she could really be confused with a centaur. And we haven't actually, and there are many theories putting out that she is alive. So please go check out his theory. He has made a beautiful theory on it, so I don't want to continue on it. And why could it be Brownbeard? Well, there's actually no real proof as to what happened to Brownbeard because all we see is that he is allowed to search for his crewmen by Smoker. We don't really get a closure as to what happened to him. He could have actually been let go by the Marines or by captured by them. I have really no uh, evidence to say that. But if he was not captured by the Marines, he could have just set off on his own, and Big Mom, on her attempt to get the blueprint or something, might have actually captured Brownbeard. So this person could very well be Brownbeard as well. But I would actually personally prefer if it's Monet because she has a lot more power than Brownbeard, who is pretty much useless. So this is about number 5. At number 4, we have the lion mink and the eater of the turtle fruit, or is it the tortoise fruit? Peckham's. Now, Peckham's was last seen talking to Capone and before he was shot dead. Now, he could actually have died, but Oda killing characters is extremely rare until it is really important to the story. So, there's no way in hell Peckham's is dead. And since the sea he fell into was filled with whale sharks, there is a real good possibility that he was saved by Jimbei. Now, he is not somebody who is being searched by Big Mom. I don't think Big Mom really cares that he is dead because as soon as he disappeared, Big Mom didn't really bother about him. And the only person who seemed to have some sort of worthiness towards him was Baron Tamago. So nobody really is caring where Peckham's is. So Peckham's has just completely gone off the grid now. So what will happen if he suddenly makes a comeback and says something? So it is going to be really interesting as to what Oda has in store for Peckham's, because Peckham's was given a lot of insight, a lot of backstory, and really looks like a really important character. Otherwise, Oda wouldn't just use Peckham's as a taxi man for or a tour guide for them to for him to lead the Straw Hats from Zou to Whole Cake Island arc. That is not Oda's style. Oda doesn't undermine any character. That's why he's one of the best mangakas out there. So I believe Peckham's has something big to do. That's why Oda made so much of drama around him. So at number 4, we have Peckham's. Now at number 3, we have the eater of the Gasu Gasu no Mi, Caesar Clown. Now Caesar Clown. Now I believe Caesar Clown has a huge part to play in the story, and he is one of the most important characters. And the main reason for that is he's a candidate for the future Nakama of the Straw Hat Pirates. So if he wants to be a Nakama, it is, I mean, if not that he wants to be, when more like if he has no other choice but to live than to become a Straw Hat Pirate, then he needs to prove to Luffy that he's good. And what better opportunity than the Whole Cake Island arc? Because if he doesn't do that, he's gonna die in 3 weeks anyway. So I don't think Oda will allow a character like Caesar Clown to die. So if he's going to become a Nakama, or if, at least if he's going to live, he's going to need the help of the Straw Hat Pirates, because he clearly is in a state where he can't deliver his promise to Big Mom. And Big Mom isn't the type of pirate who actually is happy or is like, I don't care if you don't deliver your promises. She holds a person to his word. So she is going to kill him. She's going to not just kill him, she's going to do something far worse than killing him. So he has to do something to get on the big side, I mean the good side of both Big Mom as well as the Straw Hats before the arc ends. Otherwise he's going to be end up dead meat, or unless and otherwise somebody saves him out of the blue. So Caesar Clown, I believe, has something really important to do. And I'm actually making a theory on this. I'll post it soon as to what his role will be. So, but for now, just know that Caesar Clown, I believe, will have a huge impact in the story. So, I actually did a debrief this in my very first video. It's a text video. You guys can check that out. It is a whole video as to what will happen in the Whole Cake Island arc. The entire video might not hold good, but Caesar's part will certainly do hold good. Now, that's it about Caesar Clown. At number 2, we have a supernova just like Luffy and at a bounty of 300 million, and the eater of the Shiro Shironomi, or the Castle fruit, Capone Gang Beach. Now, Beach was a person who actually killed Peckham's, or supposedly killed Peckham's. And from his conversation with Peckham's, we can clearly see that Peckham said that he is undermining Big Mom. So Capone Gang Beach has some sort of plan which involves Big Mom in it. So this is something which is really important, because I believe Peckham's might actually be the final opponent. I mean, Capone might actually be the final opponent for one of the Straw Hats, and that could actually be Straw Hat Luffy himself. Now you might be thinking this is such a downhill if Luffy ends up beating Capone as the final opponent. Yes, when compared to Cracker, his bounty may seem insignificant, but so far Luffy hasn't taken down a supernova. So Capone could actually be the first supernova Luffy might probably take down. So, very important character, and he's not a character who fights fairly. He's a character who actually uses his wits to fight. And there was actually a specific mention by Capone that he has sea stone spear with him, so it could actually make Luffy fight at a very lower power than he usually fights. So making it a more what should I say, more an epic fight rather a fight in which Luffy is powered down. Something like what happened with Silver Foxy. I don't think it'll be as bad as that, but it could actually be a powered down Luffy fight at the end of the Whole Cake Island arc. So this guy, we still don't know as to what his plans is. His plans might be to betray the Big Mom or betray the Windsmokes or kill somebody. So he is a complete enigma for now. So this guy is going to play a really important role. Who knows? He could actually end up being on the side of the Straw Hats and join the Luffy Law Alliance. That could be really interesting if Capone actually does that. So, with this, I have actually told you my thoughts on Capone, and now it brings us to the mystery character at number one. Who could it be that actually replaces Capone? I mean, pushes down Capone to top two. I mean, to the second spot. Well, this character is somebody whom we already met. I mean, the Straw Hats have already met, and he is the former husband of Big Mom and the father of Chiffon and Lola, Pound. Now, Oda has actually made Pound vanish from the story. I mean, the last time we saw Pound was in the Seducing Woods, right after Luffy took down Cracker. After that, I mean, after Luffy and Nami left the Seducing Woods, we actually haven't seen Pound. And Cracker and Brule were so angry at Pound that they wanted to execute him. So he's not on good terms with Big Mom. But he is a former husband of Big Mom. So I'm not sure as to how much that is relevant because we're not sure as to the what power the King of Tartland has. So I don't know. He might actually go and speak with the present King of Tartland and convince him. So his powers might not be great physically, or he might not have a great devil fruit, but he knows Tartland in and out. He knows Big Mom in and out. So I could believe that he might actually go to the present king of Totland and make a deal with him or something. Or he might actually call Lola back to the Whole Cake Island. Something will happen regarding this guy. Otherwise, Oda wouldn't make him suddenly disappear out of the story. He just made us forget Pound. So I believe Pound has something to do, and it'll be really major. It could be bringing back Lola. It could be talking to the present king of uh, the Tartland or something else. Or since he was a former husband of Big Mom, he could actually be powerful. I don't think Big Mom will just marry some dude just because he's a unique creature. Well, he could. Well, she could, but I think she has a little more respect for them, and she might actually marry people only who are actually strong. So we are not exactly sure as to how strong Pound is or what his race is because he looks kind of weird to me. So this guy has something really important to do with the story, and I would be on the lookout for him and wouldn't be surprised if Oda did something really important with this guy Pound right there, right at the center of it. So this concludes my video. Now, a small question to you guys before I actually complete the video. That is, what will happen to Totland if the king is defeated? I mean, Totland is chess themed, so even though Queen holds all the power, that is, Big Mom holds all the power, in a chess game, if the king is defeated, uh, the the player loses. So king is more important than the queen. So what will happen if something happens to the king of Tartland? So that is something I want to ask you guys before I actually finish this video. With this, the video is done. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, And if you did, please leave a like. And if you want to be notified for my future content, please do subscribe. And if you want to say something, please say so in the comment section. With this, Ashura the Demon signing off. Bye bye, guys.